Yeah, then I don't know if you would have experienced it or you would have done it, you know. But yeah, you start speaking in a way that, yeah, do you know what I mean?
Bro, I'll be in shops ordering, talking about the whole menu, bro. I'll be in Chick-fil-A like,
excuse me, can I please order what's at the top of the menu? What is that?
hey. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me.
I've been wanting to get you on the pod for a long
me.
time, man.
Bro, I feel like you're a very, very interesting person.
Oh, thank you, bro.
But, that's why coming and sitting down, more than a privilege. I feel, very happy and very good to be here.
Nah, I really, really appreciate it. Because that's what I was saying just before we started. I always feel like you're always somewhere moving around, whether it's... And it's easy to get a perception of what you see online. Do you know what I mean? Of like, I'm online, can see this. But I generally thought you lived either in... I know you didn't live... Did you live in the States for a bit?
Lived in the States, yeah. I was out there for 7 years.
Was that recently, though?
No, not recently.
Okay.
I went to visit, 2023, I think was the last time I would have visited. But, yeah.
So I think that's why I was saying I thought you lived in France, Paris.
Lived in France for 2 years, but, 1 year I was living in close to Bordeaux. And then the last time I was in Le Mans.
Yeah.
A bit closer to
You know
Paris.
what I've always admired about you, Ovie, yeah? Is that I feel like you are one of the people that was on a reality show and we know you for you and not for you being on a reality show. And the reason why I say that is because you stuck to the craft that you do. Yeah. You've never changed from the moment. Do you remember the first time I met you?
Bro, I remember I seen you. It was was it Crepes or something's birthday? It was on the it was like a rooftop like party vibe, and you were kicking it. You were in the cut, just chilling. And that's what, from that moment, I was like, yeah, you're a very, very interesting person because by the nature of your craft, it's like, yeah, you could be in a room with so many people and be the life of the room because you have a skill set that allows you.
I vividly remember that.
Do you remember
was
that?
It somewhere in West London or somewhere like that?
Where was I think it might have been in West. I just remember they had like a basketball court on the roof.
It was upstairs.
It was upstairs. And they had a basketball roof. Yeah, that was the first time I ran into you.
Was that before you had done Love Island then?
No. That was I must have just came out. I just came out of Love Island them times.
Because I first met you. Do you remember when you done my show, Channel 4?
Yeah.
But did I meet you that day? It was very brief, I think. Maybe.
It was very brief. Yes, I just said what's up. Just held you up and then kept it pushing. But from then, just from how observant I could see that you were.
Yeah.
It gives a different view on, I don't know, the comedic space, what you must do and how you must see the world, innit?
Yeah. I think it's also interesting, like when you're in them spaces, I don't know, it's a party or a vibe, people look at you as like, coming in. you know why you got to invite, bro. you better tell these jokes, man. Yeah, and me, it's like if I'm comfortable around the people that I'm there with, and everyone there, it was, but if I can remember off the top of my head, was people that I know anyway. Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, I kind of know these people anyway. So it doesn't feel like you must turn it on. But then at the same time, I'm like, yeah, like everyone's back. And I'm sometimes my biggest problem is that I get too comfortable. So I can be in those rooms and everyone's busting joke and, you know what I mean? You might see the rapper and you're like, what, go on, brother? What? Come with all the goons, yeah? And you know, like the rappers are like, yeah, I hear that. Love, innit? Love. Love me though, innit? Hey, bro, love me though, love.
Yeah.
But I think lucky enough that gets me away with a lot because you can be funny. Do you know what I mean? How was it for you? Because I don't know if you know this, but when I had my show, when you was on Love Island, you was like the star of Love Island. Like, I think especially the group of people you had on there as well. I think Amber was on there as well. Yeah. Was I right in saying that, was Olivia on there as well? Olivia Atwood?
No, Olivia, it was Tommy, Molly, Maura.
So that would have been the year after.
Yeah.
But what the reason why I bring that up, because I remember that summer so vividly, and I felt like it was a summer that felt like it was captured with, like, I don't know if the World Cup or something was on, maybe football was on, and it was a time where it was just like, right, we got a black man on TV and we got yourself on a show which is like, right, like we don't really get the man them on TV like this. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? And I felt like there was a lot of, especially young black men, that was like, oh, right, I feel like I know this guy.
Yeah.
And I want him to win. I really want him to win. Like, yeah, you want to win the program, but I just want him to win in life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like you was a guy who, like, ladies liked, but also guys liked to be around. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Because it's one of them guys, hey, well, God, my brother, you cool though? Yeah, what you say, my brother? Hey, see them things there? Hey, they want to talk to you, but obviously bring man in as well, innit? Like, I remember vividly because on the show, I kept saying to the exec, big up Rianne, I said, listen, we have to get Ovie on the show, man. And I remember Channel 4 at the time was like, yeah, but, you know, it's like, you know, like, and I was just like, get him on the sofa. I was like, this guy's a star, innit? And it's like, it's so interesting because that was a point for me on TV where you realise that there's so many different cooks in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah. And I was just like, okay, what about, you know, we bring him out, but it's a surprise. Because I think you had just come out, but I think you was fresher. I was fresh. 3-4 days,
I didn't know nothing about television. I didn't know nothing about the setup, bro. I came out, I seen the audience. I was
but the place went off. I think who was on the show that day? It might have been.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember.
Was Jada Pinkett on the show?
I don't.
I remember it was.
No. It would have.
No, it wasn't Jada Pinkett.
Was it Anderson?
Anderson .Paak.
It was Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, but I just remember you being on the show, and there was a part of me that was like, oh my God, like, the room erupted. I never forget, the room erupted. But there was also a part of me that was like, how is this guy coping with this? Do you know what I mean? Like, because you know you're from Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
So how was it when you kind of, you know, you'd left, and you know you had a career before you even went in the house. So you was a somebody before, and I think for a lot of people they don't understand that. Like, some people go into that place and find themselves, but you was someone before. You know, you had a career.
Yeah.
So how was it like once you had kind of got out? And this is what I think it was 2019.
Yeah, 2019. It was a big surprise first and foremost. You know, because it was more of I don't want to say an experiment, but just a way to do something different in my off season. You know, my life since I was 12, 13 when I started playing basketball, everything revolved around the sport, like most athletes.
Yeah.
And I was just a bit exhausted, a bit run down from, you know, just the routine of training, practice, games, winning, losing. It's a roller coaster every season, mentally, physically, emotionally. So I wanted to just detach from it. So, you know, the opportunity to go on this TV show, I didn't know too much about. The last of reality I was really aware of before I left to go to the States was Big Brother. That was what I sort of thought about when they said reality TV. So I didn't know how big it was. I didn't know how intense it would be on the back end. I didn't really expect anything of it. And I've come out and people are acting mad.
Yeah.
You know,
what's some of the maddest encounters you had when you first got out?
Bro, when I came out, I went to Selfridges with some of my boys. Bro, people are running across the street, almost getting hit by cars. Like they're stopping traffic. The security have to start ushering me through Selfridges. And I'm like, yeah, bro. My guys from the ends are like, yeah, fam, it's mad. It's mad. And I'm just like, I'm taking everything on board and just trying to, just process what is happening. And I've not seen what these people have seen. I don't know who they think I am.
Yeah.
So it's just a wave of, I don't know, anxiety, excitement, uncertainty. Yeah, it's a very weird space to be in.
Yeah.
And then you're a black man.
Yeah.
And that's something that it is a factor. You know, I start to see certain things online and it's like your people like you and it's we've never seen a black man viewed this way and black man this and black man that, not just a man, not just a human. It's like you're a black man. So now it's added this extra layer of I don't know, pressure. It's like, oh shit, am I all of a sudden the spokesman or what I do now matters?
Did that feel like a lot of pressure at the time?
It felt like a weight. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't something I asked for. It wasn't. I wasn't necessarily chasing limelight. It's not really my personality, I wouldn't say. So it's just tricky, you know, understanding that and seeing that.
I think I guess that probably comes from a place of like, when you was on that show, it's the realization that you don't even know it, but everyone at home is like super rooting for you. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad.
As we watch the show.
Absolutely.
But then I think a lot of people don't realize once the show it ends, you go back into life. But your life is obviously different. But I guess it's the thing of, some people are like, yeah, well, you go back into life and he's a normal person that's got to live life like everyone else, with also this newfound, I wouldn't say fame, but definitely attention.
It's attention.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I would call
it's the attention of like, okay, what did he do? Did he like this person's post? And he's not. And I can't imagine what that must have felt like. But also, I think there was also a lot of goodwill behind it, where people was like, yeah, this guy's one of the man them. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially from my perspective of seeing it from the outside, where you're like, I really want to get this guy on my show because he's mad vibey. But for me, it was also like, I know this is what the people want. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was like
the two sides of the coin. Yeah.
Because we get a ton of guests. And I was like, listen, we gotta get Ovie, man. That's what the people want. They want to tune in and be like, there's Ovie on TV. So you had a life before this, playing basketball. Yeah. Was that always what you wanted to do, like in terms of playing sport? Because it's such a juxtaposition to where you are now in some ways.
Yeah. It was... I always used to say, that it was always what I wanted to do, but I think it's where I found safety. I found safety. I found a space that I was appreciated. I found a space where it seemed like people needed me.
Yeah,
you know, I wasn't the best student. I wasn't the star pupil. I would get suspended and this, that, and the third, and then, you know, labelled with all of these things that a lot of young black boys get labelled. You know, you can't pay attention in class, etc., etc. So for so long, I was being told, you're naughty, you're this, you're that, the third, and all of a sudden I found a space where I was like, oh, wait, no. It had that cultural blend with the music culture that I was interested in.
Of course.
I would show up and it's like, yeah, we're happy you're here. And, you know, it was, I would say, a place that I found safety, and that sort of flourished into something that I would want to do always, because I always wanted to be in that safe space.
Because you said you went to America and you studied and played out. Did you study out there?
Yeah, communications. And then I minored in journalism.
What's it like out there? Because I had a friend who played sport out there, and I need to know if this is true, but he played American football out there. Okay. And he was like, because I was British and I was playing out there.
Yeah, levels.
They were just like, one, it was crazy. Like, girls would just be like, just say anything. But also, they were like, they just assumed that I was smart. So in terms of studying wise, they're like, yeah, he's all right. Listen, just play quarterback or whatever you got to do. Is it true?
Oh, anything you say, they just think it's profound, you know? You're just here pronouncing whole words. You're pronouncing full sentences. And I'm not going to lie, you get out there, and I don't know if you would have experienced it or you would have done it, you know. But yeah, you start speaking in a way that, do you know what I mean?
Bro, I'll be in shops ordering, talking about the whole menu, bro. I'll be in Chick-fil-A like...
excuse me, can I please order what's at the top of that menu? What is that?
Hey, when we first used to go out there, me and all my friends, this is like 2022, I'd say. We're in Chick-fil-A, we're like, hey, you, man, shall we get the melon salad, or I don't know, you know, fam.
I'm conflicted. Trust me. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you'd have fun with it. And it was something that, so I got out there and played sports I was out there 7 years, 2 years in high school, which would have been the equivalent of college over here. Excuse me. And then I went on to university and played college sports. What university did you go to? I went to UAB, Alabama, Birmingham. So that was, you know, obviously in Alabama. And then I transferred for my last 2 years to a school up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's so different, boy.
Very different. So high school was in Virginia. I went to university in Alabama and Pittsburgh.
What was the South like, Alabama?
I mean, you've been to the South. It's Southern hospitality. It's a real thing.
It's so real,
it's real.
And they're so friendly.
Mad friendly.
It's crazy. I would say it's probably the most friendliest part of America.
Yeah.
Like wherever you go and you speak and people are like, oh, hey, what's up, darling? How you doing? Would you like some tea? Don't worry, I'll come over and bring some honey for you now. Yeah. And you sit there like, is this real? Is it real?
You're from London, so you're kind of,
And I think I didn't realize it until you get there. But there are times where you would say, like, oh, darling, what you doing here? You're like, oh, I'm from London. Ah, that's where the king is, right? And you're like, yeah.
I didn't know there was black people over there.
Yeah.
I got that one a lot. But yeah, it was just a different experience, I all of a sudden found myself in the States, and everywhere I went, I was not only the athlete, but I was the British athlete. So I didn't always necessarily fit in. So I spent a lot of the time in the States. One, trying not to fuck it up. Because I'm leaving the UK. I had that not the best schooling experience. So now that I had the opportunity to go out there on scholarship, I'm like, all right, look myself in the mirror. I told myself, don't fuck this up. Whatever you do, don't mess it up. And I feel like that made me go, made me become a lot more reserved and a lot more observant of people. And I became a little quieter, and I wouldn't talk as much, and I just paid attention to everything. But I think it allowed me to experience a difference in culture.
I guess especially if you go out there on a scholarship as well, it's knowing that like, like if you go out there and you got rich parents that pay for it, and you're like,
no.
Do you know what I mean?
No. Someone else's parents is paying for you.
Yeah. So how was it playing basketball? Because basketball's it's an American sport.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you being a Brit playing basketball out there?
I mean, from a playing standpoint, the first thing they want to know is, okay, can you actually play? Because you're playing with guys from all over the States. They've grown up.
Because there's people, I guess, getting scholarships just to go there and play basketball.
Yeah. No, but, you're competing with guys who have been immersed in this culture from yay high, from when they were a baby. Their father might have played in college, or he might have had a pro career. So it's something that is part of them. And now, in essence, an outsider, they're bringing an outsider over to take one of our spots. It's like, okay, let's see what you're about. When you always have to prove, it's show and tell, do now, let's see what you're made of. On that standpoint, but then off the court, I think socially, it just opened a lot of doors. I was able to, mingle with people from different teams. I could always fit into any circle because...
Did that help being from the UK in some
100%, 100%, because where, unfortunately there's the stereotypes, the racial lines that there are out there culturally. When you're a Brit, you're different. All of a sudden. So it's like, I don't know what they think, but but you're different. So it gives you a way into a conversation always. And there's a reason for people to want to stay and interact with you. Which I also found quite interesting. So it's all
was when you was out there, were people ever kind of jealous of you because you're like in terms of teammates out there, because you're from the UK.
100%.
And I only ask because I've been out there, and not so much. I've been to Alabama, but like, I've done stand up out there, and I'm, in a green room for comics is like, hey, what's up? Especially if you've never met anyone before.
It's supposed to be love,
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Boom, boom, boom. First time I got out there, 2019. What's going on, man? You're right. One guy, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, you got an accent, huh? What? What?
You know what? It was, here Ovie go with that London shit again.
Oh, swear.
But it would always be said in light and in jest, but, when you would hear it over and over again, you're like,
why you keep saying that?
Why you keep saying that? There's something behind that. No, go back.
It's loaded.
It's loaded. It's very loaded. And to be fair, there were moments where, yeah, I would be I would be insecure about it because, I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to fit in. I didn't want to mess up. I was in a new environment, and I wanted the other guys on the team to fuck with me. I wanted them to like me. I wanted everyone to get along with me. I think it took time for me to understand. It's like, no, sometimes your differences are, what you have to lean into. And it's like, man. People will eventually come around, and you will find out that those people that are poking fun at you a lot of the time, they really respect you, or they secretly really admire you, or they wish, there's something about you that they find intriguing, but that's the only way they know how to express that,
That's a really good way to look at it, though, because for some people it could be I'll close myself off, or I will overcompensate. Do you know what I mean? Or change my accent and the way I dress and everything. So fast forward now to, you've gone in the house, you've come out, and you really made a conscious decision, it seemed, just from the outside, to go back to basketball as well. Yeah. What was the decision in that?
It was always what I was planning to do. I'd put so many years into building a career out of this thing. It was a space that, again, I explained it. It gave me a lot of safety. And then the other side of it was what I realized, the role you almost have to play as the black guy in media. And it's one of the elements that I think intrigues me about how you operate, because you're in one of the few crafts where it's like, okay, I can touch on certain subjects, but I can do it in a way that gives me agency to not be a traitor to my people, but I can still communicate things to people of various different backgrounds, different topics, and I can touch on them in a way that, okay, we're all laughing at the end of the day.
Because what I always rated is that when you came out, one, you stuck to the thing that you loved, which is basketball, but you would also be very open in terms of talking about things like mental health and how you were feeling. And I think that was quite rare in terms of seeing someone come out from a situation which I feel like Love Island at the time you guys was in it was such a heightened experience. It was on Instagram, it was on Twitter. Like the whole country would talk about it. It felt like it would, come like I think 9 o'clock, or when it comes on, it would stop. We watched the episode, and they might have like the teasers of like, this was what's coming up. And people, I'd be religiously tweeting with everyone else. And because people's like, rah, Mo watches this. And you know how it gets where like, because they always be, hey, that the man don't really, we don't watch this. And I'm like, and it became this that, hey, you might want to watch this, it's getting spicy, But I feel like you was very open in talking about how you were feeling in your feelings. What was that? Why did you kind of do that in a sense of, was it a conscious decision? Was it because you wanted to be more connected with the people that, had kind of been a fan of you? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's just because it was a conscious effort just to show my humanness. The stuff that we all deal with, no matter how lit you think someone's life is, no matter how great it looks. And I'm sure you could attest to it as well. It's like, you have shit days too. You might smile and laugh when people run into you in a professional setting, but you could have a madness going on in your life. That's the reality. That's the human side of things. And I think it's very important at a time where, a lot of people are singing my praises for reasons that I don't always understand. It's like, no, scrap that. I'm very human, you know what I mean? I'm very human. I have feelings, good days, bad days. I get overwhelmed. All of these elements that we all deal with. And I think that was why I kind of
Did you ever get into the stuff of like, because I felt like that was a time where you could kind of come out of the villa, and for women it was massively lucrative where you get a brand deal with, I think it might, I don't know, was it Boohoo was big at the time, Pretty Little Thing as well. But then I always noticed for men it would be quite hard to try and get the lucrative contracts because I always feel like women buy into women. So
Yeah.
if someone sees someone on Love Island and they're wearing the outfit, girls will be like, I want to be like her and buy the outfit.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like guys are like, but I ain't buying them dungarees,
I ain't
bro.
buying that nonsense.
Why am I buying strappy dungarees, bro?
course.
So I feel like, did you ever get like any of those lucrative things in terms of, because some people do like nightclub appearances, for example. And I spoke to Kem and he was telling me like, he was like, yeah, bro, like nightclubs. I was doing it for like 2-3 months. And what he was telling me what he was earning per show, I was like, oh, I get it. Like, not that I didn't, but yeah, but you know, yeah,
for the walkthrough.
Because here, you know that in the UK, it's a thing, but not a thing.
It's not
if
a
that
thing
makes
here.
sense. Do you know what I mean?
Here.
Did you ever have any of those?
I never done no nightclubs. I didn't
Swear.
do no nightclubs.
Because they seem so lucrative. When people's telling me what they earn,
no, there's money.
You turn up, you go on the mic, ollie, ollie, ollie. You know what I mean? And like that's it.
Nah, I never done any nightclubs. I still, I made good money. I still made good money. I think I was in a privileged position just because, it was a lot. I really could do anything.
Yeah.
And then that's, I think, the moment that can become very dangerous when you have everything at your fingertips. It's like, because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
And I think part of that was just coming from a sporting background, where I was like, when we go to the nightclubs, we go through the back door, and there's no sparklers around, and because it's a low key,
yeah.
And that's just the world I'd come from. So it wasn't a thing all of a sudden of being.
So it didn't faze you in that aspect?
No.
Oh, that's good, because I feel like, I'll be honest, bro. For me, the minute I got a table, I was like, I feel like I bought land, bro. I said, no one can talk to me, you know?
Real estate,
bro. The minute we had that table, boy, with the real sparklers, you know?
No. I'm not a party guy anyway. Like I'm not like a. I like to have fun with good people and enjoy moments. I love that, But just to be out and then I've just never really. Don't really
Was it hard to date coming out the house? Because I felt like it must have been like all eyes on you, and anyone you speak to, they would know you before you know them, because they've seen you on the show.
I was paro. I was so paro. I didn't date anyone for like a year after coming out the house. Yeah, I was shook. Like coming out of the house, it was such an overwhelming experience. And it was like, okay, I don't know who these people expect me to be, and it's that thing of hearing a lot of people say negative things is the same as people almost worshipping you. Like it's the same. They're both wrong and they're both not reality. Do you know what I mean? But then I felt like I had been put on such a pedestal. Yeah. It became very weird. It's like now it felt like the reverse of how I just see things naturally, how I think things should naturally play out. It's like, you want to pursue a woman that you're interested in to a certain extent. But now everyone's chasing and clamoring over it. It became weird.
I can't imagine what that's like, because I feel like as soon as you come out, you go back to normal life in a sense. Well, I know even though your life isn't normal, but you're like, I want to be around my family and my friends, but their world is changing as well as your world's changing. When someone starts asking them like, oh, do you think he will come here? And if he promotes this for me, because then you're like, hey,
how do you do?
Bro, hey, listen.
Because I know those questions come, oh yeah, you just think if Mo could just do a little 15 seconds. It's like, no, man. That's not how it works. That is
some
work.
of the things that my friends have come to me. And I feel for them.
Do you feel guilty? Or was there a phase when you felt guilty about saying no? Like,
oh no, I think when everything first started happening, especially with the social media stuff, this is before any of the TV stuff came. I'm touring and putting the videos out, a couple of cans, and you go to a festival and you get to go for free, and that was like, what? And what, I can bring 5
You going
friends,
through different entrances, and
you get in that VIP section, a little section in wireless. And you're like,
no, there's a section and there's this.
That's what I'm saying. When you're in that section, you're like, oh, this is VIP. And then someone says, hey, you want Nando's? Come through this back bit.
Come through this back.
And you say, what? What's this? Free Nando's.
That's the section.
And you sit there right, and someone will walk past, and you're like, hey, that's
yeah.
Man,
that's everyone, though. That's everyone. Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, cool. And then someone will say, hey, come watch the show, man, from the side. And I'm like, from the side? What? Like on the side of the stage? Yeah, come man, follow me, man. He's like, I ain't got the pass, brother. Come man.
Man, you're skipping
you're
past
like,
the yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is a level that I've never experienced. But I think at the time, it's like because someone might say like, yeah, come through here. I felt like now I'm obliged to say yes to everybody because look at that. Someone's just being kind enough to say, come and watch this show or come VIP. So when I'm out, I'm like, oh, I want to go. I'm saying to my, hey, you man, let's go watch the show at the front because we can get a better view. My friends are, and I know my friends are like, no, but it's kind of lively here, isn't it? Like, let's not go out there, man. I'm like, no, but I want to see. And it's until you get stopped and let me get a picture, let me get a video.
Yeah.
I felt definitely obliged to be like, I must give everyone this because if someone's giving me a free ticket to come here, I must return it by giving everyone a video, a picture, and hey brother, can you like let me FaceTime my mum still? Hey mum, look what I'm with. Mum ain't got a clue, you know. Who's that young man? That? I don't know this young man, you know. I'm like, all right.
You just got hi.
But
how
at
you
first,
doing,
now I deal with it in a way where I'm like, look, the only people I give my time to is my immediate family and my immediate friends.
Yeah.
Other
fair.
than that,
It's fair.
I'm so sorry, man. I'll probably be here next week if you want to get a picture or a selfie and I'll sign your thing. But I have to go home because I have to give my time to the people that don't get to spend that time with me. Do you know what I mean? And I think that was the hardest thing, realizing at first, like feeling bad, but you're like, oh man, I gave 20 people a picture, but that last guy, I thought, I'm so sorry, man. And I'll think about it, you know, be on my head, be like, oh, that last guy, man. Oh, I should have gave him a picture, man. But now I'm like, sorry, man. Sorry, cuz I gotta go home, man. Gotta change your nappies, bro.
Do you think there's a part of it that have you ever felt isolated? Have you ever felt isolated from because of what you experience? You know, there's certain things that if you were to speak to the mandem about it, it's like they wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it. So it's like you don't even want to bring certain things up because it can also come across as...
There's certain things where it's just like, there's probably only like 3 people on the whole earth I could even speak to them about, bro. Like, there's 3 people on earth that I could speak to. And it might be like me, my mum, my girlfriend, and probably my manager will only get the situation. Anyone else, they'll be like, yeah, that's mad, you know, bro.
But what? They really, like, it don't make sense.
It doesn't click. But also, it's also understanding that, like, it's like, these problems in my head are so much bigger than I think they are. Where you speak to your friends, and they can also be the people that can bring reason and be like, yeah, but bro, like, if you can't go, just say you can't go.
You can't go. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, no, but that means that, you know, we've got to do the thing and finish the thing. That, brother, like, tomorrow's another day, you know?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What? Just, you can't make it. You can't make it.
Feet on.
And it's those things where you sit there and you rack your brain and you're like, oh, but I've got to do this. And you're like, bro, you just need to have a day off. I think that person would understand if you took a day off because you'll be better. And it's those people that can also bring reason to your life that you sit and you go, oh, all right, I get it. But there are also times where, like, no one would ever understand this. If I dissected this email of this, it's the man that going, hey, that's crazy, you know? Yeah, boy. So what, you think Arsenal going to win it this year, yeah?
And yes, I do.
He's got to change the conversation.
Trust me.
But also, I think it's like that's the beauty of having like your day one friends and your family around you that they can. Sometimes you do need people to say that I can't help you with that, you know, bro. Yeah. This is you, you know. What am I going to say to that? Yeah, bro, invest, bro. Like, yeah, you should invest, bro. I don't know if I can, bro. I might lose all my money, you know. He lose in it, bro. But you get me, brother. The man in my ear, in it. Yeah, it's all right, you know. So, like, I remember when you came out, you kind of had like a bit of a, was it like a documentary?
Yeah.
It had like your dad in it and your family and all this stuff. What was life like a year after coming out? Because, you know, you start going on shows like Bake Off and stuff like this. Was it definitely like a lane that you wanted to like pursue with more TV work? Because, yeah, you get your brand stuff, but like, I feel like TV work can open you up to a place of like, ooh, I'm now being on, you know, Bake Off as me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not selling anything for anyone. I'm just part of a show with an assembled cast. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bake Off was dope. Louis Theroux, he was on that. the
He's
one
good
that I
people,
went.
isn't
Yeah, solid. I always just wanted to be conscious about doing things that I really wanted to do and didn't feel like I was morphing into someone else that I wouldn't recognize.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
of course.
Or my loved ones didn't recognize, you know. So I turned down most things, you know, just because if it doesn't agree with me, I just won't do it.
Was there anything you turned down and you look back now and you're like, you know what, maybe I might have done that one?
Let me see. Oh, what's the name of the... Oh, this is bad. I should know the name off rip. The last thing that Ratman done.
Supercell.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, don't do that. But it was, you know what it was? And I'm still, till today, super grateful for that opportunity. But it was a situation where I had asked, I was just like, you know, I was big on not necessarily putting myself out there in terms of something that had violence and stuff around it. Because for an image that I try to show to younger people, you know, to try and be a different kind of voice to younger people, I feel like I would be violating if I then went and, you know, done a TV show or something that, you know, celebrated or glorified a certain lifestyle that is an issue on one hand. But yeah, I just wouldn't want to eat from that cake.
Yeah,
and then, you know,
yeah.
he was like, no, it's calm. Bro, the first scene I read is like, yeah, someone got nanked. I'm like, oh, Lord. I was like, yeah, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
You know, because for me, I was like, nah, that would be me going against what I've said to myself, you know, what I said I'll stand on. So, you know, that's one I'll always be grateful for it, but yeah, that was one of the ones.
So, like, in terms of image, you speak of image, you also, like, transition yourself into, like, modeling and, you know, working with high-profile brands, like, do you know what I mean? No offense to the boohoos and stuff out there, but, you know, seeing you work with people like, you know, Christian Louboutin and stuff like that. How has that kind of started to change your life? Because, you know, I feel like we're talking like 2019 is when you was on Love Island.
Yeah.
And where you are now to be working with some of the biggest brands in the world, or, you know, ambassador for like ASOS and stuff like this. It puts you in such a stratosphere now that it's like, oh, like, I just know this guy as, you know, someone who plays basketball and is an athlete. Also, I know him as a model. Do you know what I mean? How has that world been to you?
Fashion is something that I enjoy. I like it. I feel like clothing is this expression, isn't it? There's an art to it. I think.
But you're very fashionable, bruv.
I like to
see the green on green, bruv, with the hat, bruv.
I like to be
I tried to wear one of these hats the other day, bruv. All my boys
were
like, I didn't wear that hat, you know. My friend said, so what are you saying, bro?
I questioned myself.
You're Black Panther today, yeah?
I knew it.
No, but yours is good. Because your thing is backwards. You got the earring. It's like, it's giving MJ vibes.
Right,
but when I do it, my friends are like, brother, this ain't the look, you know.
You talk about your Mo, of course you can do it, man.
Nah. So one thing that don't work with me is hats. But I think I got a cap and then a bucket hat. Any hat I try, even my girlfriend, she'd be like, nah, this ain't the one, you know?
That's not the one.
Because I see you wearing like the berets and stuff as well, bruv.
Yeah, man.
I tried to wear this, bruv. My friends were like, hey, bonjour, we best... I said, oh, take this fucking hat off, man.
It's all about the right function. There's a time for all of it.
So, like, how big is fashion for you? Is it like another, like, string to your bow in a sense of, like, you know, there's one thing being like an athlete and being able to play the sport you love. There's another thing to be able to be like a face on TV. But, you know, so I think sometimes people think fashion is just, you sit there and take pictures. Do you know what I mean? When it's a lot more that goes into it. But also, I guess it's something that can, you know, you work with brands like, you know, YSL, Christian Louboutin, Hugo Boss. You said you have a passion for fashion, but is it something that you still want to pursue in some ways? Maybe have your own clothing line or anything like this? I
make my own clothes. I make my own clothes. I've been making my own clothes for a little while now. And
wait,
really,
wait. When you say make your own clothes, what do you mean? Like you got a
I
sewing
don't
machine?
stitch it. I don't stitch it. No.
Oh, but
I
you-
design
you-
them. I design them. So
Really?
yeah.
Say swear.
Yeah. A lot of like the jackets. Yeah, and then trousers. Made these, but these were just like a last minute kind of.
Oh, don't do that, man.
It was a last minute one.
Don't do that, man.
Look, put it this
But
way.
you see
I
these?
made
I made
these-
these last minute.
Nah, these got made for New Year's, and the idea came into my head at 10 a.m. the morning of New Year's Eve. You feel me?
Really?
So it was really last minute.
So what you? So hold on, wait. So you do the sketches and
I'll
stuff.
I'll sketch it up, and then I'll try and have reference points for the seamstress, and then I'll take it to her, and then I'll sit there, I'll help her cut out some of the patterns.
Swear.
Yeah.
Do you tell fashion brands that you do this,
Nah.
brother? Whoa, bro. Like, do you know how mad that is, bro? The fact that
Yeah,
you're
no.
sitting there sketching your own clothes that you want to wear.
You know what? It's very difficult for people to see you as something else without showing. You have to show and prove before someone can see you in a certain light.
Mm.
You know, when you're talking about the ilk of fashion brands that
Yeah.
I think I naturally gravitate towards. It's like, you don't just tell them you sketch stuff. You gotta show them some bad shit.
Bro, you show them the trousers, bro.
I've got stuff on the way.
That's
And I
big,
think
you know.
it's all, I think, developing conversations. But I just think, show and prove. You know, like this, what we were touching on when I first got here, like when you were saying there's things that you're working on, but it's not quite there.
It's not
there
yet.
yet.
Of course.
You know, and understanding that. But that's because you understand craftsmanship.
Yeah.
You understand when something's ready to hit the stage, and you understand when.
But that's a different passion for fashion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of us like, wear nice clothes and outfits, but to sit there and sketches and then to have the idea for the cloth and the cut, it's like, like that in itself is something that is like, it separates the, all right, outfit bangs to like, oh my God, wait, where do you get those from? Do you know what I mean? Like, where are those from?
That's when I knew, okay, I've got some cold shit. The first time I was out in Vegas with my missus at the time, and we're walking through one of the malls where they got like, I don't know, is it the Caesar's Palace where they got
Oh, okay, yeah.
So walking through there, and like 4 people like, yo, where you get those trousers from? I love your pants. Oh my God, your pants are great.
Yeah.
And then I'm just there like, rah. People actually fucking with it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I'm just designing stuff that I like, and part of it is just necessity. Because I'm tall, it's very difficult to find.
Because I was going to ask you that. Because being tall, you can't just go and grab the regular jeans.
They got some degger stuff in the tall and the big and tall section. Do you know what I mean? And in my head, I'm like, nah, we're better than that. What are you talking about? What do you mean big and tall section? Do you know what I mean? So in my head, I'm like, no. You lot just use all the extra cloth to make our stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, no, let me design stuff that is made to the contour of the taller body. Do you know what I mean? And there's I think the possibilities are endless, because you can do different things with the fabric because of the proportions you're now working with. You know, the clothes will automatically look different because you're working with a different shaped body. And there's just something about when something's made for you. You know them custom suits. I've seen
bro.
where you go on Savile Row.
Bro.
When you put on one of those suits,
it's a different cut. Bro.
Aha.
It's like, you know when there's a way the jacket hits the shoulder and you go, you know that sometimes you go, you're doing this and
bro. No.
and then you're like, oh right, I ain't got to tuck in the shirt a bit.
Nah.
It fits totally different, man.
Different. And you know, that's why I kind of sort of started going down the rabbit hole of making my own stuff.
Especially, I guess, for like, because one, you're tall, but you know, when I think of like basketball players are also really fashionable. Like, it's become a thing within the NBA, like the walk itself. Do you know what I mean? I guess there was a time with Allen Iverson.
He changed the game. I went to his high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I went in Virginia.
Oh,
I went to his high school. They got his jersey up on the wall, his pictures and stuff. Yeah, man.
That's my favourite of all time for me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
bro, I'm on one of the documentaries. What's it called? One of the documentaries they done about when he got arrested his senior year of school and there was a brawl.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was on
that.
Netflix at one point.
It was on Netflix, yeah.
You're in it?
I swear, you see me, it was when I was in school in the States, you just see my face in the background because they come talk to the team, the current team, about what we knew about Iverson. You'll see me. Yeah.
Okay.
It's mad.
Who's your guy when it comes to basketball? Like,
the guy, for me, I love Tracy McGrady. He was one of my favourites. I think the greatest of all times, MJ. And then Carmelo Anthony was another one that I respect Carmelo as a player. I respect him as a person, what he's sort of been able to do off the court. Real one.
Did you go to the game recently?
Yeah, I was the London. Yeah,
the Grizzlies.
Doo-doo game, man. Blowout. Doo-doo game. I had to leave beginning of the fourth.
Because you play basketball, you done a lot of work with like the London Lions as well, right?
Yeah.
So do you get a level of access now when these things come over or you go over there? That's just like, well, yeah, I get to sit courtside, or do you know what I mean? I get to interview and chat with the players, and I know some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's the same in the comedic world. It's just
bruv.
No?
Listen, I've met Dave Chappelle once or twice, bruv. Swear, bro.
Like, what are you saying? You bet like that's
no, but it was like brief.
Do you know how
it was brief?
Look how you even said it. I've only met him once or twice. Look how you even said it. You didn't even know that you done that.
No, but like it's brief. Like I mean, like when he does shows here, he doesn't like.
Bro, that's Chappelle, you know.
I know, but he don't call me. Same with Kevin Hart. I met him once, but it's pretty. It was like. Well, go on, cool, keep it. Because
you're doing some heavy name dropping.
No, but that's it.
Eddie Murphy.
No, not
yet.
That's
okay,
my go.
That's on the way.
Yeah. But
soon,
like,
soon come.
I've not met Gervais. I'm not a Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, but you're talking about like that's okay. I ain't. But I don't get it.
It's like if they, do you know what it is? If they've got a show. Wouldn't call me and say, "Oh, Mo, come down. I've got a show." Like it's weird. With
but you will have access to the show if you want access to the show. No, there's no two ways about it. It's like that.
Kind of weird. I'm able to go to the show.
Yeah,
but only because I do shows with Live Nation, and I might know the same promoter that does Ricky's show, Ricky Gervais, or maybe Mickey Flanagan, or like Dave Chappelle. But that's the only reason why. I'm not backstage AAA pass.
Why are you trying to make out like you got the struggle pass?
No, I swear. It's
why are you making out like you got the struggle pass? I got to beg people.
Do you know what though? I would say I probably have more access within music than I have of stand-up. So like, because I know more musicians, and I'm like, do you mind? Oh, I'd love to come to the show. Like, and I would say, look, I'm happy to buy tickets. But is it all right? And they'd be like, yeah, cool. Do you mind if am I able to drive? Yeah, we'll look after you, man. Boom, boom. Because the musicians will do the same thing. They'd be like, Mo, can I come out? And be like, yeah, I'll look after you, man. Like, come with your missus or whatever, get with a parking space and whatnot. But comedy is weird because like comedians, our world is so small and we all do know each other.
Okay.
But then I don't know whether it's a competitiveness or what. But then again, it's like, we don't owe each other anything though. Do you know what I mean? I guess it might be different within sport because you're like, oh, raw, like when I go to London, man, I need to shout my guy Ovie. He will show me where to go.
Yeah.
We weren't rigging in the States, Hey, modern Wades, I'm here in LA.
I just assumed.
Yeah, no. Well, from my experience, I've not found that. I don't know if that's a comedy thing though. I'm not too sure, but it's weird. Like when you are around with comics in a green room. It's a vibe. Like,
it's love, yeah.
I can't always use the experience of when I went to the States, but you know, in the UK, when everyone's there and everyone's busting joke, it does feel like, oh right, everyone knows each other. But it's not like an open, not I've found anyway, an open community of like, I don't know, the biggest comedian in India, and it's like Mo's from thing, and I've seen him on Netflix, and let me reach out.
Let me
like,
make,
hey, what's up, man?
Let's link up.
Do you know where I could go to eat, or do you know where I can? And I get some comments that do reach out, but I wouldn't say it's an open community. No.
Okay, no, I was surprised.
No.
I just
is it like that in basketball?
Yeah, basketball. I would say it's a pretty tight knit community. You know, and there's a respect for the craft. You know, everyone knows who the big dogs are, but it's just everyone respects just what it takes. And everyone kind of knows what we've all had to kind of go through to do well or to make a space for ourselves. in the sports world. So yeah, it's typically love. It's love.
And like I feel like you've really put like London Lions on the map a lot in terms of being someone that has, transcended on television to then carried on doing the sport that you love. Because was it 22, 23? You was the captain, right?
Yeah.
Did you find more people coming to watch basketball because you was playing basketball and they'd seen you from the TV? Does that make sense?
I think I'd seen... Yeah, I just started to see more notoriety just around the game, around the sport, I think. And it was something that I just kind of tried to take a step back and look and see where I could use this new thing that I guess it feels more gifted than anything, because it's not a skill to do reality TV. But how can this impact where I have taken the time to learn the craft and I've done the groundwork and I've studied for the tests, and okay, I have expertise here. How can I help that impact this side of things and hopefully leave a legacy of just making it more visible for kids, making it more visible for the next, I don't know, Victor Wembanyama or whatever, hopefully to come from the UK, you know.
Where do you think we are at the moment with basketball in this country?
Your tone of voice let me know exactly where we are. Your tone of voice let me know exactly where... You said, so your tone of voice told me everything I need to know. But you know what? That's fine.
No, don't do that.
We've got a long way to go.
Do you know why I say it, right?
Because I saw you courtside at the Lakers game, so I know what you've seen. I know what you've seen. Come on, tell me a lie. I saw you courtside at the Lakers game. We're not there. However, what we do have on our side is the magical P word. We've got potential through the roof. Do you know what I mean? A lot of raw talent, and I think where we are is just a place where we need to build out an infrastructure. It's the second most played sports in all of the urban cities around London. I mean, not around London, around the UK, sorry. So for it to have such high numbers of participation, but not have the infrastructure for these kids to get better, I feel like we're doing ourselves a disservice, and we're doing a disservice to our young people. So
because I used to see these guys on social media, and they would go around different courts.
SPB,
yeah. I used to love watching them. I would always see them pop up on my like For You page, but I'd see them look at different courts, and you sit there.
Swipe past that, isn't it?
No. But I'd always watch it, but I'd be like, raw, like, because it's weird where I think I grew up playing football, of course, so weirdly, if there's a park, 2 jumpers, that's a football pitch. Whereas basketball, you need a court. But seeing the neglected courts where they're like, and you sit there, you're like, right, that was a basketball court.
Oh, they don't even bother putting pavement on some of the basketball.
Grass and stuff like this.
It's mad.
Yeah.
You've got all those dual use courts where they've got football goals underneath the basketball hoops. It's like, man, you got to nurture, you got to nurture this thing. And I don't get it, because there's a lot of money that can be made from marketing and just the growth of basketball globally is insane. And you see it happening everywhere else around Europe. We're the only ones.
Because there is a really nice court in Kennerton, the Nike one. It used to be in a school, Lillian Bailey's.
Oh.
And it's like...
I'm a little bit removed from playing outside now.
No, it's inside. It's inside.
Oh, yeah?
It's an inside basketball
Is it black? Has it got a black? Okay, I know what you're talking about. That's a Regal. Yeah,
that's
really,
it, right?
Regal.
Yeah. But that one, I remember going there when they first built it, and I was like, why isn't this used? I don't know if it's used. It probably is used enough, but if I had not have seen it, I would not believe this.
You wouldn't know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But within the basketball community, we all know. We all know where, because there's only a few places like that.
Yeah.
But obviously that just causes an issue, because it's like, okay, there's not enough of that. And with the weather in the UK, it's not a country that you can play outside all year round.
Yeah.
So
So like now where you are in your life, what are the things that brings you joy away from anything that's on the camera? Because I know that your sport that you like playing brings you a lot of joy, but, and you know, surprised even, you know, you telling me that you sketch your own, you know, your own drawings in terms of creating your own clothes and stuff like this. But what's the thing that brings you a lot more joy in life now?
Spending time with my family, my missus, taking it easy, trying to understand what things really matter as soon as possible.
Of course.
You know, that seems to be a thing that always happens when you get into your late 60s, 70s. All of a sudden, you know, old people are like, oh, I wish I would have known what mattered sooner. I want to find out those things as soon as possible and spend as much time doing those things and investing time and energy into those things. I think reading, enjoying, learning, helping me learn more about myself, just becoming more informed of the world, not through he say, she say, or through some stupid reels or some shit like that, but actually going and diving into stuff and just learning about the world, man, you know.
Yeah.
Those kind of things give me joy now.
And you spoke recently about, you know, you turned down something from Rapman, like Supercell, because of how it felt for you in terms of your morals, which I massively respect, because I guess sometimes when you can have these morals, you'd be like, I put it aside for this one. Do you know what I mean? And it takes a lot of people to even admit and say, yeah, like it didn't align with what I align with. I love the project, but I can't put myself into a project that I don't morally see myself in. It's not that I think this is wrong.
It's not demonizing it. It's not demonizing it in any way. It's just
And like, you know, I feel like you're able to put yourself in places where you want to be and not someone wants you to be to make them money or fame or whatever it is. You know, you're also an ambassador with the Princess Trust as well. What's your role like in that? How do you find that experience?
I think that's really cool. You know, it's just a full circle moment. I feel like anything where you can give back to kids, give back to underprivileged, help create opportunities through one way or another, those things I feel like are full circle moments, because, you know, growing up in basketball, someone had to open certain doors for me. Or give me certain opportunities, or take a bet on me at some stage of my journey. You know, it's happened. And for all of us, I'm sure there's been those catalyst moments that we can all say, oh, nah, you know what? If this hadn't happened, I don't know if it would have patterned up like it has, you know. And, you know, when you're in position now to kind of do for others as people have done for you, it's your duty, isn't it? So.
And before you go, what would you say to a younger self that's in, like, you know, a scholarship in America and there's only 3 seconds left to play and you're going to speak to a younger Ovie that has to take a game-winning shot? What do you say to that younger person now, having lived through that experience where I guess at that point it's like it's all or nothing? What would you say to that younger Ovie?
Making it or missing it means nothing, because the journey that is taking you to get here is all the value you needed from this whole experience.
That was poetic, bruv.
I don't know about that, but I just, man, the make or the miss, ain't it?
Honestly, it's such a pleasure to have you on the pod. I've been trying to get you on for ages, man. You are genuinely like one of my favourite people, in a sense of like, seeing your trajectory from the outside has been so inspiring. You know, like it's like I was saying with the documentary with your dad and your friends, and like it's weird where I can see a reflection in myself in a way where you're like, I remember that doc. I think, was it on ITV2?
No. That was, what was it? Was it ITV? Was it BBC? I don't know. It was either ITV2 or BBC.
Because this one was when you kind of recently came out of the house.
Yeah, it was what I don't, bro.
But I think that was the one where, like, it was nice to see how close you were, like, with your friends and like your dad. And I was just like, oh, rah, like this. I relate to this guy so much because he's just living he's living in the moment, but also having those people around. People don't realize how beneficial they are when everything's going on. And to have your friend be like, hey, hurry up, man. Why you being a dick? You're like, oh, you need that. Do you know what I mean?
That, bro.
So honestly, it's such a pleasure to have you on the pod, bro. And I'm so excited to just see the things that you do. And I'm ready for the clothing line, innit? Do you know what I mean? If there's any free hats going, trousers, I'm here, innit? You know what I mean?
Yes. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate Ovie, my friend.
Pleasure.
Yeah, big fan, man. And this has been your beginning, mid, and end. Thank you so much, brother. Yes. Appreciate you, man. Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. Now, a lot goes into making each episode. I know you hear my voice, but there's a team behind the scenes who help make it. And if you did enjoy it, I'd really, really appreciate it if you could show the love to them by giving us 5 stars. And if you also have the time, please leave us a review. It's always appreciated, and we love reading the comments. And of course, we want to keep making it better. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Peace.